Hey, I'm BB Brick, and welcome to another edition of the Seller Stream. Got with me Brick Willett, who's hanging out in his what do you call your store, your building?
Just my shop, my store.
So you like hashtag Brick Shop.
Yeah.
You gotta name it, man. You gotta get a hashtag to go along with it. All right, we got a bunch of people in the chat so far. We have Zany Bricks and Mr. Bones Bricks, Hoosier Bricks, and Brick Maniac and Ralph DeBrule. What's going on, folks? This week's topic is going to obviously be Black Friday, Thanksgiving Day, specials that are here. Possibly, if anybody has any information about it, feel free to join in and chat it up in the comments. What do you got on that?
Right now, I know one thing. All I plan on doing for Black Friday is watching the internet. Because I really don't care to go out to get into the crowd of people.
Yeah, I actually avoid Black Friday, but I do make the Thursday Walmart run, of course.
Yes, the day after.
No. Thanksgiving Day itself, like at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Like I do that whole, the crazy Walmart Thursday night thing. The ones where people have been killed and
Yeah, I have a hard enough time going out this time of year shopping because of the crowds of mass people that are getting into the stores. It's easier to sit at home and have them drop the box off.
Yeah, hopefully, I have been told that will be an option this year. Last year it was one at a time, and in order to avoid any additional shipping charges, you had to have it shipped to the store directly. I know myself, Doc, and a number of others were on that thing for 6 to 8 hours, and only got I think within an 8 hour, because I was literally in front of the computer for 8 hours pinging that thing manually, trying to hop in there and get a box. I think I walked away with like 40 or 50 in an 8 hour period, and it was only and I had the whole thing lined up like click to click to click, like I had a screen already set aside with one in the cart from a previous purchase. So as soon as I was able to get to that screen and put one in there, it then validated the other one, so I wouldn't have to refresh over to that other one. And then I was able to go and click to that one, and once it was ready to go, I had everything lined up with another screen that had the store that I was having it delivered to, the card I was paying with, and all the other information. So I just kept, I had these 3 screens available, and it was boom, to boom, to boom. Once I got in there, it was, it was a fast process because it had to be, because you had a window like this. But then, of course, they will go up to 45 following the Thursday ordeal, and you'll be able to get them then. I think they also might go up to 60 in the afterwards. So when you do see them at 45 and you missed out on the 30, it's your time. Don't wait for them to go back down, because if it's anything like last year, they're going to sell out online, and people be disappointed because they were gun shy and really wanted to try to hawk that last deal. And if you don't get the Thursday Thanksgiving Day deal, or the fleeting chance when it becomes online, just grab it that 45 and take it. Just get it with pride, because you at least got in there, and it's going to go to 60 soon. That's how it usually plays down with, I know, the Walmart brick boxes, which people are very interested in getting, but got to know it is the same one as last year. That's already been confirmed with our internal sources with Walmart, very trusted folks. So just know and check your availability, because they, just like before, they might not be going to every store. You know, but if they get from past experience, if they get a pallet, they'll get a full pallet. Ralph, for you, the Duplo box would be a good deal because you're actually, I know what you're using the dupe for. It's the same dupe box as last year too. So just check that out and make sure that the pieces that come in it are usable for you. You know, you can do your math really quickly using BrickStock with just, you know, opening the set in there and then just deleting the ones that you would not use with your project, getting a 6-month average price for that. And then you can see if that box is good for you as a builder. That's a good little, I don't know if people knew about that, but that's a good little secret of BrickStock. There is different modes on there besides just seller. There's also collector and there's also builder. So it's a good tool for people to go and use.
So have you noticed prices going up in your area? Or I guess you said you don't get a lot of sales in your stores, but even online where
I grab them online like right now or just recently. Target had those 100 sets that were discounted. I don't know if you saw those.
No, like I said, I haven't been paying too much attention to Target.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
mainly just stick to Walmart for a lot of the online shopping. Their prices are usually close to the cheapest or some of the best that I've found, rather than set to run through 20 stores.
Yeah. And Zany is saying in there that for people who are using it just as filler block, it's sometimes better to go and wait and to pick it up on BrickLink afterwards for those sellers that do get the Duplo boxes. But in my experience, there's not as many people that go after the Duplo boxes that do the system boxes. So if you're in the store and you see them there and you've done the math on it, it might be savings for you to get the other stuff. Plus, your kid can get some free stuff. Bones is joking that it'll be he'll have it on sale for $69.90 on eBay on Thursday night while they're shopping in the store, which I know that Clutch has definitely posted and reported on previously. And BrickStock, yes, it is free, but it's always good to you know, donate to those programs which you use.
Have you played around with trying to sell any Duplo yourself, Bigby? I believe you said you have.
I've got a massing of Duplo because I was sort of thought it would be a really good deal at the time. Plus the kids were into it, and but it boils down to storage capacity for it.
Okay.
Everything for Duplo is basically you're outgrown almost everything. Like you might use some of the 18 drawers for limited like printed items, but after that, like you're just in, you know, you're in 6-quart or larger containers for everything. So that's huge as far as when, I mean, I'm limited, man. You saw the camera earlier about how big it was, so that's the majority of the room right there.
I'm happy I got the space that I have. I don't think I'd be able to get around your place.
No, you wouldn't. I can't, man. I got to suck in my gut in different places. I've got to move. I've got to organize some stuff and move some things out of here still on the other side of the room that are still a bit left over. You know, there's a old wood burning stove that I had that I've got to drag out of there, and kind of hard to work with that. So yeah, they had the deal at Target this week. They had 100 sets from Lego that were on sale. I think they may still be on sale. Everybody's sort of getting ready for Black Friday. I don't know any of the Black Friday specials are, do you?
No, I haven't heard any of the Black Friday specials. And yes, the other thing with Black Friday, how much money do you want to try to drop on Black Friday, or would you rather wait for the clearance to come up and go after more clearance? And
I don't know, because now you're playing the whole who else is going to pick this up and in what quantity. You can try to play along on Instagram, but a lot of people don't post their Black Friday or their Thanksgiving Thursday deals online, because they just start to get like the hate hammer from people around the country that are they're trying to get those themselves, that are basically chopping in the wrong place. I've said it before, if you want to guarantee yourself, if you want to bring home the prize of that $30 brick box and be able to pull it off, either know your Walmarts that are going to be super rural and get a full pallet. That's always a great bet to pick up on the weekend or two afterwards. If you know rural areas that are getting them, or incredibly urban areas where toys just don't sell, and where gats is answers.
yeah, I know the last year, the Walmart I was supposed to, they didn't even get them in. I don't know about this Walmart that I'm closer to now, if they're going to get them or not.
Well, if you contact the manager of the toy section, just chat them up or have made friends already. They can let you know already if they're going to be getting it.
Okay.
So, Howie, we're talking about brick boxes.
Brick boxes.
So we've covered it's the same as last year. There's discussion in the comments regards to the dupe, and if you go after dupe, have you gone after the dupe in the past, and what's your experience with it?
I have not. Not as far as the seller.
Yeah, I don't think really a whole lot of people go after them. So I did the numbers last year, and if I was in the dupe business, I would have picked them up, because dupe's a super easy part out. You know, there's not a lot of labor involved with it. It's just the logistics and storage that gets occupied. So if I had the space, I'd go for it, or if I was planning on putting my my used dupe on the market at the same time, I would definitely go after them.
I still have a couple of the 50th anniversary Duplo boxes put away. Have the gold Duplo brick in it.
Oh, yeah? But that's just appreciating.
Yeah.
So are you going after any big Black Friday sales or deals, Howie?
I don't think so. I mean, I will probably get some of the brick boxes just because I need a few more bulk to put in my store, but nothing specific.
Do you know about any of the deals yet?
Yeah.
Well, discuss away. You're on the big screen, so I say.
Let me bring them up real quick.
All right. Yeah, I don't go after them. Like, the only thing that I go after is that Thursday box, and that's about it, because, like I said, you don't know what other people are going after. You don't know if you're going to be able to pick them up on the cheap afterwards. And since I'm still doing, 5s and 10s of a lot of sets to try to keep the variety up. I don't tend to go too hog wild on those days because everybody else is.
And looks like everybody's just mainly trying to get rid of dimension stuff.
Well, that's good.
Everybody's got that 20-30% off. Let's make this loaded.
That's when I tell you, I wait for dimensions to go on clearance up in my area. There's every Walmart I go to, they got probably 2 shelves full of dimensions marked down. But just a little more than I want to spend on them yet.
Ralph's also saying that you can pick up the Green Arrow at GameStop, and I believe that's the Green Arrow that was semi collector's edition. But I think everything is getting to be less and less collector's edition, because I know that they were also giving that Green Arrow out at a couple of cons, one specifically in Toronto. Makes it a lot less exclusive than an SDCC or a New York Comic Con when they're handing out the exact same thing they did there at 6 or 8 places afterwards.
Way it's going to play, I don't know if I want to try to save any of the collect minifigures or collectible figs, It seems like they've been releasing more of the same set or same one later down the road.
Yeah.
All right, here's Target. They have the Lego City Training Jet Transport, Changing Seasons, Livy's Pop Star House Crafting Box, and Gorilla Grodd Those Bananas, all for $29.99. And then fun packs will be $10. Best Buy has their entire stock of Dimensions 55% off. And then the starter pack for $40. Kmart has all Lego City sets 40% off. The Lego Friends Amusement Park Arcade and Olivia's Exploration Car for $8.99. The Toys R Us. Entire stock of the Lego Dimension Fun Packs, 3 for $20, which may be the best of the deals out there.
Would you say Gorilla Grodd was going down to 30?
29, yeah, 30.
All right, that sucks.
30% off construction sets for Toys R Us, and looks like, yeah, that's it. Myers is just Dimensions. I'll take it back. Yeah, all their Dimension sets are 50. Lego City Classic and Friends will be 20% off. And yeah, that's it. My Blow says they got the fun packs for $5, which technically that's what they sell them for.
Yeah, they already have them listed for $5. 2 for $5 though. That's the deal I'm going to chase after again. Now that we know how to make that one work in our favor.
Yeah, it looks like Toys R Us has the best deal on the fun packs if it's the 3 for $20.
Yeah, just going after those brick boxes.
The brick boxes RFC is a mixed pallet again of the Duplo and the regular brick box. And depending on your store, you either get 1 pallet to 4 pallets, I think.
Yeah. Four pallets? What?
Store allotment.
That's like 240 boxes.
Yep.
Well, that's a score. How do we find out what stores get the 240 of them?
I'm not sure. But again, that's mixed. You're getting a mix of Duplo and the regular on those pallets.
Yeah, but still, it's like 80% system. Even if it is half and half, it's still 120.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could look at last year's data to find out where it's going to be. If you can identify the stores that got 240 last year, they'll be the ones that probably get 240 this year.
Yeah. Yeah, the ones around me only got the one pallet.
Same. All right.
You say the sand stuff is everywhere? It's starting to be everywhere now.
How many of those have you picked up?
None.
None, really.
Yeah, I'm still putting back money for some other stuff. So
I've been going crazy on my one little spot, but basically have held myself to buying like $50 worth a day, just to try to bank up some extra for Thursday and Friday, just in case. Because they always throw a couple extras in there. Plus, what's Amazon going to be running?
I haven't heard anything about Amazon or
Is
looked
Amazon
into it.
pulling out their big gun and matching everybody's everything? Because I wouldn't put it past them to do that, you know?
yeah. Let's see.
It's like Chad BrickLinker has been on YouTube for 1 year. Congratulations. Not really too much going on in the chat today. Big B, will you have any Black Friday offers in your store? No.
It's Small Business Saturday.
I give you a deal for Black Friday. I give you the 1x1 round studs and trans red for a penny a piece.
Yeah.
That's a markup, isn't it?
I will have then the 1x1 trans red tiles in my store for that same price.
Guess I'll do the plates at the square studs at that price.
Because they're currently on the wall, right?
Yeah. Just got to go get a cup.
Go get a cup and make yourself $10 on it for selling them at a penny a piece. That could be a business model, though. It actually is a business model for some stores, is to only stock in their store what is currently on the wall and can fit into a cup plentifully and cheaply, so they can sell stuff for like less than a penny a piece, and then they're making like $5 a cup. So, but that is the business model. What's that?
Hope they don't have to drive far to get it.
Yeah.
Unless they're selling a lot of it.
And somebody's interested in buying 1,000 studs for $10. Donnie wants to know what the most interesting thing you've sold all week is. So this is, I guess, I don't know if we're gonna go. You guys want to go to weird with this, or just never thought it would sell, but it sold?
Oh, let's see. Oh, if I can find mine.
I'm gonna do never thought it would sell, but it sold. because that's always my favorite. All right, what do you got?
I had 100 of sold 100 of the 1x2 plates with the not the clip, but the post on the end.
Yeah.
That was a surprise to sell that many in one lot.
I really only had the basics brand going out of my store right now. It's nothing real weird or strange.
Mine's going to be the Heroica, whatever bay, just sold. That was all that they bought, too.
Huh.
That's the, I can't believe it sold, but it sold. And there's people that will buy 1,000 of anything for 1 cent, get $10 out of it, and they'll do it constantly. So that is a business model, but it's not a business model that lasts for long with customers, because then they realize, oh, this is on the wall.
Yeah, there's still enough people that can't get to Lego shops too, you know.
Right, but that's one of the good things about the involvement with being part of the online Lego community. You know, is you can do exchanges, or you can just say, hey, can you run and grab these for me from your wall? We have Port City Bricks in the chat. I actually sent them an invite to come on, not as a builder, but as a seller, since they have a storefront, just so they could discuss and talk about that if they want to. But I actually just found this in my used haul, and it's a short shot for a boat mast.
That's technique?
No, it's a boat mast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it fell short of the injection down here in the bottom, but it's a perfect you know, if you wanted to somehow hook this thing up for rotation, it would be perfect, because there's no edges. It's smooth the way that it was injected into that. So I'm just pulling that to the side. They're commenting about the black boat masts, and who knew they would have sold. They're actually a really good seller. The boat masts, not as much with the older boat masts, but the newer ones, but even more so those. I think I've showed those before. Those black pieces over here. Hold on. What's up, cool kid?
What is up, Big B? Nick, Howie, how y'all doing?
Hey.
So,
So we're having some fresh faces on this week who are also builders, but just to come on the show and talk as sellers.
No, that means I'm gonna have to change my whole mindset.
Not really. You've been throwing some deals out there to people lately in your store, so thought you might want to kick some of that.
Yeah, I mean, right now I don't really have like a special promo going on. Almost everything is 20% off right now, and minifigs are 15%. That's about it. But I was talking to Brick or Treats yesterday and just kind of brainstorming because I was thinking about doing, I don't know, something like what you got going on, or what Busy Blocks, or even what Spirit Particles has, you know, with the little box thing. Oh, just starting something like that to bring more customers in. I don't know if y'all have any ideas for me.
No, you just got to sort of put yourself out there and hope for it. So this is what Port City Bricks was talking about. I believe.
That was a genius use of that piece.
Yeah.
By Port City Bricks.
Yeah, they got a very nice looking build there, that garden.
Yep.
But just another way you can look it apart and figure out a different use for it, you know. I used to always harp in my earlier videos that, you know, Lego had no up, down, left, right, top, bottom. You just had to picture it. There are the opposing ones that have the option. You have a larger spread on them. And the shorter ones. Yeah, the bamboo's going to be taking over your city, isn't it?
Oh yeah. So the 500 that I just got from you. I don't
Didn't
know
go
why
as far as you thought they would, probably.
Yeah, I have no idea why I thought 500 was going to be a good number. This is all 500. So, needless to say, I'll be back very soon.
We should have gotten you more than 2 cups when I got you the cup swap.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think I was going to go through that bag that fast, but...
That was a lot, man. That was a lot. That's like when you start using... You know what you should start using in there? If it's not too arduous, throwing in the lime studs in between some of the barrels to give it, like... You know how plants grow different lengths depending upon how well the soil and sun and all that happy hippie crap was?
Right.
You have short growing periods with the studs. And since those studs are out there in lime for less than a penny with lots of people,
Right.
that's good filler.
Now my store actually has the studs on the wall, so
that's like 5,000 for a cup right there.
Okay. I might just have to do that then. Yeah.
Like I said, using the BrickLink or using the Lego store wall really is like, it's an option for people that live very close to the store and are already going there anyways, you know.
Right. Well, I'm lucky because I got 3 of them by me, so.
Soon to be 7, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess technically I do have, what, 5 right now by me? If you count the ones in Annapolis and Baltimore. So they just opened the one in Arlington in September. So yeah, that's 5 right now. If Richmond gets one, that'd be great.
How far are they within your driving range?
They're so.
All of them. Baltimore is the furthest one, and that's only maybe with traffic 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys thought I was spoiled with having 3 in an area. He literally has got like 7 of them.
Yeah. Because Philly's what, 2 hours, 3-hour drive from me. New York, we can make it there in 4 hours. So
this is what I was talking about with the short shot.
Huh.
I had at first thought that maybe they had melted, the previous owner had melted it down or something like that, but after looking inside, you could actually see that it was how the extraction was. That would be a cool little thing for later on when we're doing stuff that moves. I recently just dedicated 2 large Sterilite drawers specifically to boats.
Damn.
This is probably one of the best older boat pieces that sells right here. Primarily because, like Jeremy was saying, if you flip it upside down and use it like that, it's now an actually ridiculously cool roof element.
I was just looking at it as this little stage.
Or running it this way for a roof element as well.
Really pretty cool.
That is actually somebody, the Mayos used that piece in that type of way. I'm not trying to take credit for their thought on how it was used. The Mayos are a couple that build. They're on Flickr. They're unbelievable. But they're 2 of the people that got me back into Lego. Just looking at how they used elements.
I'm really excited about this next order that I got from you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Making your own White House.
Yep.
How large you going?
I'm not sure yet. I got a spot in the city for it, but I might have to move some stuff around if I want to go bigger. So, what I had in my mind should fit on a 48 by 48 base plate, but I'm thinking it's going to need to be bigger.
You could always restrict your room in the Lego room even more. I mean, if all you're doing in there is working your way around the table and sitting in that chair, you can start doing like what Bricks for Chris did, which was basically restricting himself to just that chair in front of the city. Right. Like he had to move parts of his city in order to get into there. So it's either that or knock out a wall.
Yeah. Yeah. I probably could make more room in here. Probably fit another table, but I'm happy with the size it is now. I'm just like eventually something's gonna have to go.
I think the solution is just to go bigger.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see how it feels about that.
My thoughts on the Venom Polybag is definitely go pick them up. If not just for yourself, but also pick a couple up in your store. Even if they don't move right now, they will later on. Like I think I'm hoping to get 10 from my fairy godfather. And because I'm just going to sit on them for a while because I don't play that crazy Polybag game. Because it's a sick, fast game. You'd be surprised how those polys just tear it up.
I mean, I won't mention any names, but he picked up, I think, 40 of them or something like that. And
41.
41. Didn't leave any for me.
You probably picked up that extra one was for you. And he probably told you 40 and told me 41. And that one was like his gift to you as your fairy godfather.
Yeah, he did give me one.
He's a fairy godfather, man. He's like, I'm just going to go to, my crazy Gax's, Ances, TRU, and score everything super cheap.
This is the one that he gave me.
See?
But I'm not complaining because like it's one that I've wanted. So
yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I actually like it.
yeah.
You know, one of those will definitely be coming out for me, but I will try to get a few into the store. I actually was going to look for side things to talk about today. My one is keychains. And are they a good deal for your store? The answer is definitely no. But they're good for you if you've got a little kid that all they like to do is tear the minifigures apart. Because if you just take out this ring right here, the pin is stuck in the head, and they can't take the hat off. So I'm just getting ready to do that for little Big A, because she's a little sick right now. But I told her that you know, I'd get her a Batgirl minifig if she took a good nap.
That's pretty much with any of that supplies and stuff like that. Your books kind of stay clear of, because all it's going to do is sit in your store or take up room.
Yeah.
No matter if you're running 75% off, it's still
I had to figure out what to do because I was sitting on 600 of those books. You got to figure out other ways to handle that when you're stuck with stuff like that.
Did you already move the rest of the architecture instructions?
No, they're not in the store anymore. I moved a whole bunch of them. I sold a lot, like 20 pounds to Germany.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was my first time dealing with an international freight. Because it was cheaper to go through a freight company for 20 pounds international.
Okay. That's good to know.
And if you need any help with building big buildings, Jeremy is throwing his hat in the ring to assist.
Yeah, I saw their little comment.
Again, with the poly game, it's just their polys, man. So like, you cannot expect to even get. Most people's baseline is, do I even move forward on this? Is 2.5x or whatever, 2.5x, and you're not going to get that out of a poly. At least not for the first 3-4 years after they retire. So for most people, they just don't even touch the poly. They'll get 1 or 2 for themselves, or they do long-term sit. Or they do mass sellings where they're offering it like $1 above the purchased value, so that it gets snatched up by somebody in Asia for them to resell it in their, brick and mortar Lego store over there.
Right.
When we talk about people buying from Asia, that's generally who it is when they buy like those large amounts of this, that, or the next thing. It's brick and mortar stores that want to be able to supply authentic Lego figurines and polys and sets in a market where it's flooded with counterfeits. And Xfinity 2-1 is commenting on the key rings and Boba Fett. If you got Boba Fett on the cheap for £1 each, which might be less than like a Canadian dollar now with how the pound is doing, you could have pulled the pin on the fig, and since the Boba Fett is that specific that it comes with a cloth element, a back element, printed arms, and the hands and the legs as well, the keychains or the key rings for the Boba Fett are actually worth more taken apart. And you just need to make sure that you include the comment that the cape or pauldron that he's wearing came off of a keyring or a factory assembled minifig. They had the Boba Fett magnets that you can still possibly get at Legoland's on the dirt cheap, and those are a great deal to pick up if you're going to part those out as well. You just have to. You gotta find sand green or sand blue hips, because you gotta have hips to make the legs move.
Have you ever sold any of like the Lego watches and stuff?
No, never. Like in such a blue moon that it's ridiculous, you know.
All right.
They're just taking up. They're taking up room, and that's all it is. Like.
So you do have them though?
Oh yeah, I definitely have them.
Okay.
Feel free to purchase them.
No, my Target they have a butt.
They got them dirt cheap, and unless you have a kid, it's just leave it alone. Just don't touch it.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm gonna dig in here. Little A just asked for a watch. She just gave me the whole like sicky face, like, when can I have a watch? So I'm gonna dig one of those out for her and see what's available. She just got into Ninjago, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they both are into Ninjago. I think Ninjago's gonna remove Nexo Knights from the equation, to be honest with you. And I'm good with that because Nexo Knight seems to be better written, and has a lot. It seems to really have a lot better storyline, and they seem to throw in a couple more of the adult reference pop culture things without going all Shrekky.
Okay.
Yeah, I still haven't touched any of the Nexo Knights. There's so many big, bulky elements in it that really don't want to get tied up into them too much or too fast, you know?
Yeah. And plus, there are a lot of it is very specific, bulky elements too. Like the new panels being in blue probably aren't going to do as well as the ones that are in LBG.
No.
In order to pull out the chain, you sort of have to do this. Like this, where you're pulling on the chain and then putting a heated element right here on the very top. The hat's going to melt and go, but you'll be able to get the neck wear off of it. It uses a different fig than the standard fig. Would never be able to get the hips or the torso or the head or the headgear off of it without it being damaged and having a huge hole through the center. Which might be great for your kid, you know. Anybody got anything to say? You guys are so quiet.
No.
Not bad. I'm really concentrating on this bamboo right now.
I finally pushed my store over 300,000, but now it's going to be sitting fighting to try to keep it up there and keep it above that number.
Are you gonna give yourself a little line in the sand you're drawing and defend it with putting even more hours into the store to keep it at that level?
Doing a few onesies and twosies, or clean out the stuff in the back that I don't plan on selling or getting more of.
Yeah, it's a good thing to move that early on. If you know you're not going to get any more of it, figure out what to do. And in the meantime, it's always good to throw your sets in the store.
Yeah,
What you would be satisfied them selling at. Just because if they just sell it in the box, that's still a win for you as long as you're getting what you want to out of it.
Yes. Yeah, I usually, a lot of the stuff I sale, or even if I find something on clearance and think there's as many as I wanted, if I'm getting 50% off or 40% off, just throw it in the store at full price. It's
As long as you're getting out of it what you need to.
I would say if you're listing sets on eBay, put them on sale for 1 week Monday, so that they end on the Monday after Thanksgiving. That's usually a good sale day for me.
okay.
Good note, Howie.
Yes.
But all the comments that we have in the nobody else is commenting. What are you gonna chase after on Black Friday there, cool kid?
I don't know if you saw my Instagram post yesterday.
No, I just got a new phone, so I have not been on Instagram yet in the past 3 days, really.
All right. Well, the deal I made with the wife yesterday was, let me get this for double VIP points.
All right.
And I won't buy anything on Black Friday. That was the deal. That was the deal I had to make with her in order to get the Ewok Village. And then today, she brings up whether or not I'm going to go to Walmart to pick up the $30 big box. And I looked at her. I was like, you just told me I couldn't get anything on Black Friday because I bought the Ewok Village. But
That's what you got to get.
huh?
Yeah, but that's on Thursday.
You know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm looking at on Black Friday is just the big box. So
Yeah, you got to make her talk you into it.
right.
All right. You really want me to go and get that?
Does your wife build too, cool kid?
Does she what now?
Does she build too?
She'll build every now and then, but not as much as I do.
Okay.
So
she has somewhat of an understanding of what you're into, why you're the way that you like it.
yeah. I mean, she's the one who bought the Disney castle, and it's still sitting in the box. So I don't know if she is going to let me build it or if she's just saving it for a rainy day. I don't know. Oh. But
Well, preoccupied listening to Little A over the baby monitor.
Port City says she's waiting on you to clear out a spot in the city for the castle.
what's that?
Port City says she's waiting for you to clear a spot in the city.
Yeah. That's not going to happen.
You can always just expand your city.
Very true.
No,
You
you
can
aren't.
create your own scene. Your White House on one end, the castle on the other end, with the big mall in the middle. You know?
You could have Disney versus the government, man. Have a battle.
I could.
You could. You're thinking about it now too, aren't you?
I am.
How much fun you could have with that.
It'd be an awesome little stop motion too.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, might have to mess around with that idea.
Mickey leading battalions of stormtroopers versus Whoever the government versus all the superheroes that the government's got convinced.
Right. That'd be pretty funny. Thinking about it.
All right, so it's decided you're going to be expanding your city.
I'll see.
Based upon everyone's suggestion.
You ever think about putting your tables on wheels? That way you can pull them out as you build, moving around if you need.
That I mean, that's not a bad idea. I haven't thought about that, but the way I wish I would have planned better. I wish I would have planned. The way all the base plates are set up in the city, they're connected by tiles. So I would have to lift all the tiles up and rework it in order to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to move a lot of stuff though if you had Disney versus the government. Just think of like the battles you could have in the forest with like the Khajiit troopers versus Poison Ivy doing like this Suicide Squad thing for the government.
I guess all the DC stuff would have to be on the government side.
Right.
Totally. But just the baddies. You get that Suicide Squad thing going on too.
I'm thinking about it now.
Harley Quinn with a lightsaber battle.
Coming in 2017.
It's doable.
I just once said I want to get the Joker low rider for myself.
Yeah.
Got an Oscar looking Harley Quinn in it.
Oh.
I've been considering that set just for the gold chickens.
Yeah, those golden chickens are going to sell out online fast. I'll be looking to snipe those when they come up. All right, we got 3 more minutes.
3 more minutes, All
right, so Michael Braun wants to know where does Donald Trump if in the White House? I think that's directed to you, Cool Kid. How are you going to portray your future commander-in-chief?
I mean, I already got his little minifigure, if that's what they're asking.
And do you have to watch yourself as he's going to be your future commander-in-chief, or before it could be parody and you get away with it?
I think that's part of the reason why I want to build the White House, just so I can take him out of the Foxy Blocks mock where he currently resides and put him in the White House.
Put him in the White House. Plus, that would be good.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech is still legit with you. You can still have freedom of speech. It's just it's more limited since he's your boss.
Yeah.
Which is just smart in the first place. You don't talk poop about your boss.
Very true. Very true.
The boss can see you talking poop about him.
Now I'll just go on to other people's channels and talk poop about them.
Yeah. Poop.
No, if there's anything I learned, just don't talk politics or religion or any of that with anyone, really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like me personally, I mean, I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for Hillary either, but I'm not going to get mad at someone who did vote for either one of them. It's everyone's right to vote for whoever they wanted to vote for. So I'm not gonna defriend anyone or stop following a certain person just because of their political, religious beliefs or anything. So
I just avoided that drama completely, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was better off not to do it. And there's people in the comments that are telling you to preach that totally we're talking smack before the election too.
Uh-oh.
All right. That's it. That's all. We got with me. Howie from Howie Stuff, yohowie.com. Cool Kid Bricks. Check out his BrickLink store. He does have one. BrickWillet, brickwillet.com. All that good stuff. And me, Big B Bricks. Thanks for joining.